Hello everybody, Cyril Zane here, and may the 4th be with you on this today. So, I'm here to make a different story of what if. What if Deku was reincarnated of Anakin Skywalker? So, another way, let's just begin the story. And plus, I could still make some of this another part video if you guys want to. I will make it for you. Anyways, let's get to it. So, the story will begin of how it will be same, but Anakin was reincarnated at Midoriya, and will be no Palpatine this timeline because canon story. So, yeah. So, Midoriya was born, same thing as always as a canon, was be friends with Bakugo. He was redeemed quirkless. It went so on over years, but sometimes he'll get a little bit different before he will turn to 9. Over the day or so, sometimes he always fight back most of the time, but me again pondered of how people with have a quirk become overpower you, and sometimes he always helped his own mother. It's kind of his mother's kind of wonder why he's helping her, but she thought that being kind ever since he was quirkless. But over the day or so before he's gonna turn to 9, he felt different. He gets like fuzzy dreams of him was building a something metallic old like some robot. And next he see mysterious guy who comes up to him, and another one he was in like some ride, was like racing. But over so on, he keeps like get like a very memories that he thinks that he's been this place before, but he can't even put a hand of it or think of it. So over a close year of him turning to 9-year-old, he keeps like remembering of him a little bit different personality of himself. He like calmly and kind of a little bit and so there was a one day that Midoriya has finally realized who he was. It was between Bakugo was attacking a girl, which Midoriya saw. He rushed towards to help her, defend her right in front of her. Bakugo was on his other friend, thinks that he really wanted to help her, even though he's quirkless. So, they start attacking him, but Midoriya, with his hesitation, tried to avoid their attacks, but most of them he kind of avoided, but have not really damaged him, bruised. He told him that it's enough. Is it the hero way? Bakugo just scoffed that you're the villain and we're gonna make you a pay. Midoriya just had enough. He has enough because he felt something all over his hand. He screamed, "I said enough." He moved his hand wide open, with that create a push of each other, including Bakugo and his friend. They're all completely knocked out. Midoriya suddenly shocked. He looked at his hand did he just did that? Look around to see Bakugo's friends has completely knocked out. And the girl who was right behind him, she gets up and told her to thank you for saving her. And she walked away, which Midoriya realized that, did he just unlock my quirk? No, it's not a quirk. It's a force. Which Midoriya wide open, and suddenly he walks away, leaving by the unconscious Bakugo's goons. But in the meantime, they woke up, and this time they don't remember what happened. They just like meet Deku in the first, and then they black out. They thought they just beat him up, But meanwhile, in Midoriya's house, Midoriya was in his room. His mother was kind of worried about him. He was in a rush. But with his quick lie, he just went for a run. So he went to his room and think to himself, that wasn't my quirk. It was forced. Until all of his memories that he was keep like mumbling or fuzzy over the years, he finally unlocked it. He remembered everything that he did over the past year as a young to adult. The time that he first spelled 3CPO, and the time that he meets Qui-Gon Jinn and Padme, and then he won the race, got the new engine ship for their to go somewhere. He remembers everything of young Obi-Wan Kenobi, who tell him he will be a Jedi. He's promised. Over the years, he's been trained by the Jedi Council, or by the side of Obi-Wan. Fall in love with Padme. Clone Wars. His best rookie friend, Ahsoka, and his best friend, Captain Rex. Over the past year, he's been with the File First clone trooper. But ever since he killed Count Dooku, Palpatine manipulated him, tried to save Padme, he become the one he never wanted to be. Become a dark Sith or Darth Vader. Remember what Palpatine told all the clones at Execute Order 66? Kill all the Jedis, including the younglings. He remembered everything. The final battle against his student and master let him burned alive. He was helped by the man who manipulated him become no other than Darth Vader. Kill all the Republic and meet his son, Luke Skywalker, and Princess Leia. That it was until his own son changed him to be a good. And then he defeated Palpatine, and so he thought. His last words, or before he was died, before the Death Star 2 was about to explode. It was over. He thought that the Empire was gone. See Princess Leia, his sister, her daughter, and Luke, his son, grown up, and they won the war. But over the past year, he has his own grandson, Ben Solo, or he knew as Kylo Ren. He felt, for this time, I'm really not sure that he saw everything. Only Yoda was there in the Last Jedi, but I'll just pretend that Anakin saw his own grandson and realized that Palpatine was returning. And after he seen Rey and Ben Solo defeating him, it was over for now. Until he came to where he was right now. He'd been thinking to himself, was he Isuka Midoriya or Anakin Skywalker? A quietly moment of himself. Midoriya, on his half side, is a nerd who always like study of heroes' quirks and their costumes. While Anakin Skywalker, kind of youngly and rookie to himself, always lead of his own File First clone troopers. And now, he thinks that to himself that maybe he will be a change, maybe a new life, that he was not a dark side or a Sith Lord, even the master of evil. And soon, he knew what to do now. He needs to train. He heard or knew about the UA, and ever since he has his force ability, he wants to be a hero. So, he asked his mom about his quirk has finally achieved. He showed her by lifting the couch, which that makes her mother cried that he finally has her mother's genes quirk. but very powerful. She asked her what to name it, and he told her the Forest. So it all begins. His mother taught his son about the telekinesis, but Midori always one step ahead of her, which would be mother and son bonding, or their own quirks, I presume. So, what about Bakugo and his friends? Well, technically, they don't remember Deku has a quirk, so they thought he's quirkless. But for Midoriya, also known as Anakin, quite fully around, uses mind control them, told them to like what to do, make kind of a little bit of funny moments about it, try to fool around his own bullies and make them laugh each other. And soon, over the past years or so, after the 10 month of training of the X-ray exam, Midori did the same routine. He tried to avoid Bakugan and tried to like attack him, but soon he ended up in a tunnel, sludge villain attack, but with Midoriya, or also known as Anakin, he force stop him, which that makes sludge villain cannot move. And soon, a while later, All Might reemerge of the sewers, Texas Smash, or to like decap or like splatter a sludge villain, make him out cold. Midoriya, or be Midoriya of Elegance in Reincarnated, gave him an autograph of All Might. And soon, All Might sees that he has a seeing his quirk while stopping the sludge villain. He was curious what his quirk was, and he told him it was the quirk of the Force, the strongest one for his mother. With All Might grin or smile, that he will be a greatest hero, which Shamir makes Midoriya happy. And so, over 10 months has passed, Midoriya has been training himself, and he didn't really know what his force ability he has. But sometimes he misses his own lightsaber. But he doesn't know if the people could like actually create a laser sword. But in the meantime, he was stuck around with the katana. But his mother was kind of worried about his son, of carrying a weapon. But Midoriya told her that he would be alright. He would just need to be careful. And when she's kind of relieved. So over the 10 month has been passed, Midoriya has went to the X-ray exam, and this time he never like mumbling or himself. Well, the same thing of how Ida told President Mike about the 0 pointers, and he never like scold Midoriya about himself muttering. So yeah, so Midori had aced the test, went to the final on the fake city, and when Midoriya sensed the gates open, he leaps forward with an incredible jump. Everyone does that he's cheating or not, cheating or something, but Prezamite told him that this is not our time. This is no countdowns. That they must go as soon as they charge, and they see Midoriya has actually destroyed the robots, and with a increase of speed, which everyone didn't even can make a glimpse of it. So Midoriya destroyed some of the robots, and quite helpful, try to help the others so they won't get hurt badly. And meanwhile, in the heroes in the city, like inside, they were impressed of Midoriya's ability, his skills, and they were curious about his quirk. And it shows that his quirk is the Forced and powerful telekinesis. And wish that glimpse of All Might. Maybe he will be his successor of One for All. But in the meantime, he needs to like make sure if he's worthy. So the same day happened. Midoriya's feeling point is 72, and the hero points that he has. Let's say he has 46. And so when after he thought it was over, the 0 pointer emerged. Everyone run, and Midoriya, he seemed bigger because Anakin, on the other hand, has been through wars on the Clone Wars and see giant the Separatants, all the giant robots attacking. He seems he's just been fine with it. And soon after he sends some girl is in trouble, he used forced or to like lift the boulder and catch her like and forcibly grab her, like just forcibly like come near her and save her. She was shocked on the other hand, and soon the Zipporter crushed her where she was, but luckily Midor got her and told her that are you okay? She was thankfully that she was saved. So as soon as President Mike said that the time is over, they immediately left. And soon, a week has passed. Midoriya got the letter from All Might himself, got him a bigger scores of 76 points and and an increased 62 points, and that's increased 62 and 74. I kind of barely lose count. I'm just pretend he has 120. I don't know. I can't even calculate the. Anyways, so yeah, 120 it is. I can't even barely tell about. Anyways, so yeah, he made to UA. He made to find a class 1A, and soon he found it. He opened it. The same thing as usual. Ida and Bugger argue, and when Bugger sees him, he was completely shocked. And how is that possible? He made it to the extra exam. He probably thinks that he cheated, but Midoriya was kind of a little bit bummed to Tenya. Told him that his name is Tenida, but Midoriya knew that he already knows his name because you were talking to Bakugo, which Ida was curious about. How did he know about the hero points? Which that makes Midoriya to told him to calm down. He didn't know about the hero points, and soon Rock came by to tell her that thank you for saving her, and Sawa came by to interrupt it and told them to go to the training ground, and which they did. On the ground, Asawa grabbed a ball and tossed it to Midoriya and told him how many meters did he throw without a quirk. Midoriya has told him that he has 61 and told him to use a quirk. So which Midoriya, alright, which that makes Bakugo aggressive that he thought that he was quirkless. But with Midoriya with his ball, he threw it in there and used a force to make it higher and higher. I don't know what the pairs of the score he has, so it's kind of a bit troubling. So let's just say he has 10,000. No, 1,000. No, 1,200 meters. Let's just say that. And that makes everyone shocked, including Bakugo. Was he lied or was he looking down? He charged at Midoriya to tell him that how did he got a quirk. And soon when Asawa was trying to prepare to use a capture tape and his quirk, Bakugo realized that he cannot move. He doesn't know why he didn't move. And he looks to Midoriya with his hand, release him, and make him not move. Asawa was completely impressed that make the another opponent to not moving. So, in the case that the training game will be same thing as canon, but Midoriya has completely overboard them of his ability, of his force, and kind of knowledge of the force on his own past, and completely obliterate them and make him the first on the training ground. And the same thing, and Medel is in last, and Asawa told them that the expulsion was fake to push them around. Momo thought that he was bluffing, but Midori on the other hand told her that he was not bluffing. I sensed him that he was actually for real. But after a while, he see us fully potential. And yes, and yes, Midori will have the same potential of Anakin of the power of the Force. So yeah. So so in the next day of their like knowing each other and all about the quirks, Midora told them that he has a force power like stronger than taking leases, but very special of it. He can like tell them that he can force heal them, force freeze, and kind of a little bit of mind control, which he then told them. And soon a while later, they were like waiting until All Might burst in that he is here, walking down no more person, but like a how crazy one, got launched to the door, breaking in. I want to make it like as a video, but I will not. Anyways, so his hair costume, let's say he will have the same hair costume of him in the Clone Wars suit, just for a little bit of while. So yeah, so All Might show like impress of their own costumes, and Midori on the other hand, he wants his support gear like a laser sword, but they will like taking him a while, so they increase him his like a sword energy or like degrees. Not, I don't know they do that. So you know, screw it. They for some reason they actually create a laser sword, not very powerful than the original lightsaber when they kind of like reflect the laser bullet. So anyways, so Midoriya has a team with Araka, same thing as Canon, and certainly same thing of him Araka versus Bago and Ida, which makes Bago grin. Midori knew that he was gonna try to attack him first, and soon the battle was about to prepare for 5 minutes. Araka wanted to know what the plan is, which Midoriya told her that he knew that Bago was gonna charge, attack me, and while you, on the other hand, need you to go to find where the location of the bomb and do not engage. Just wait for me. I'll be there. Which Araka agrees. So when the All Might told the battle starts, they start split up. The same thing of what happened. Midoriya was trying to focus where Bakugo is, sensing him, and soon he found that he's closer, so he merely dodged, but right after the explosion almost hit him, and they have a increase of battle. Bakugo like with a rage of him that how does he has a quirk? Did he lie to me or look it down? Which Midoriya really kind of annoying of it. If I think I'm looking down on you, let's just say we have a fight each other. Which Bakugo grinned. Really, I will show you that I'm stronger than you. In which Midori just go off and says, yeah, let's just fight then. And soon they fought, which Bakugo on the upper hand not get demolished because plus he has explosion quirk, and when he tried to explosion, Midori just force freeze him, tried to like not to activate his quirk, and yes, it's same thing how happened in the Force Awakens when Kylo Ren used Force stopped against I forgot his name, and especially freeze the blaster that almost tried to almost hit him. So yeah, so Midori like kind of demolished Bakugo, which Bakugo has enough, uses bigger gauntlet, but All Might told him that you could hurt him, but Bakugo denied that he hoped he would dodge it. Soon his quirk activate with his gauntlet, make a crazy explosion, but Midori on the other hand, he's not a little bit scared. He used force to burial with his a huge explosion and in case of not destroying the building all around it, which that stunned Bakugo of how is it possible he hold his biggest explosion. He was about to get very angry until he was immediately get was out cold because Midori used his force to make him out cold or knock out. And so, and All Might yell at the microphone of the hero team like Bakugo has been captured. So Midori calls Araka that he found Ida's location, and she told her she's in the fifth floor, which Midori really joy to charge in to quickly. And so when they meet each other, they just burst in with Ida with his 90s villain talk, which that makes Araka a little bit laugh. While Midoriya kind of a little bit chuckled, he's really tried to do the villain. But anyways, he's about to get down. And so it begins with Ida's speed, but on the other hand, Midori could stop him. And soon, Ida was down, and they got the bomb, which that makes them a winner. And so on the other hand, after they're done the battle, they All Might told who is the top on this team, and then raised Momo's hand that it was Midoriya. Told them to the version of split up each other, and yeah. So meanwhile, in the fall of the battle of the team as same as canon, All Might approached Midoriya and told him that meet me to his office after noon when it's done, which Midoriya was confused and was okay with it. And soon after, on the other hand, everyone went to the classroom and started packing, which Bakugo immediately was about to leave, but Midori stop him that you really think you're gonna leave like that because I embarrass you? But just you wait. You probably saw Todoroki use eyes on the wall. That one day that some opponent or someone have a classmate is stronger than your quirk. You might have explosions, but Todoroki on the hand, if you try to against him, you will probably get freeze. And that makes you a scary cat. Wish that Bakugo is mad that he's not gonna leave. He will prove Deku that he will be better. And let's just see other ways. And soon he walks towards to where All Might is, to where location. He opens in and reveal All Might with his spell form. Ah, Midori. Yeah, come sit with me. Alright? What is this about All Might? Sipping a tea of All Might give him? Well, ever since we first met in the sludge attack that you stop him. Yeah, I forced stop him, make him not move. That's kind of impressive quirk that you have. Which Midori nod, yeah. Very new, very powerful quirk. And after I saw you in the X-ray exam and the ball test on the training ground, in the battle against young Bakugo himself, I'm very impressed that you have fully potential in yourself. Yeah, but anyways, why do you bring me here? Well, to show you this. He deactivated his own buff form, make him a skeleton, which that makes Midoriya awkwardly what the. So All Might explain about his own injuries and even something of One for All and the man villain himself, All for One, about the generation of the quirk. So, young Midoriya, will you offer it to be my successor of One for All, or not accepted? because I've seen you. You have great potential that you have. It's your choice and not mine. Midor dodges that and denied it, but he remembers that he knew that there would be strong his opponent on the future, and even though he has the force ability, he's fought against the Separatants, even Count Dooku, General Grievous, and even every opponent that he fought. But that was a little bit weaker of him. But he knew that he's in a new world, and he knows about the quirks everyone has. So he accepted. He accepted to be his successor of One for All. And so that makes All Might happy. And so what do we transferring your quirk, holding hands? Well, not really. He pins one piece of hair. You have to eat it. What? And so begins that Midoriya ate the hair, which that's kind of really disgusting. And so, and again, so Midoriya, with his one for all, he can handle. Let's say he can handle 20% of his quirk, because he's been training himself since at 9, and with a while of 5, no, 5 years he's been training with his quirk, or he already knew it about his own quirk. And so, and yeah, and sometimes he not fully control One for All, but he needs to be careful rightly of how All Might explained to him. And soon the next day, Asawa told about the two presidents, so Vice and Rept. As soon as canon of Midoriya become Prize, Rest, and Rept, and Momo Vice. And the same day has happened of Midoriya hanging out with Oroka and Ida. Alarm came by. Midoriya with his force ability, force leap, or not leap, permission or got to use ask Oroka to use her core on himself, which she agrees, make him float, and kind of leaps forward and told everyone that it was depressed and now a real threat villain. And so they saw in the window of the President Mike and Asawa told the press to leave, and which they agreed, left. So all the class are kind of leaving already. And yep. And then a while next day or a while, yeah, next day they have a USJ place they could go. By the time they finally make the upgrade of what they make a lightsaber of Midoriya, which he was kind of impressed. And soon and again, they go into the USJ. Same thing that has happened in the canon, but Natsu told Midoriya about the same quirk that All Might has. Not really. Everyone thinks that he has a force ability, so that's it. So at the end, the USJ happens of Midoriya sensed something is coming. I saw that he something doesn't feel right, but it was already too late. The gateway has opened in the middle, right near to the fountain. Everyone thought that is that a fake feeling. I so told them that no, it's a real feeling, which that makes everyone shocked. Midoriya looks to Tenya and asks him that how fast can you go to the UA? Around a minute. I don't know how long it was, so I'm gonna just pretend it was 1 minute or 2 minutes. It doesn't matter. I know he's still not breaking the rules, but this is a real time. You need to go to the UA, help the heroes to help us. It's the only way that could make it the pro heroes go faster. You're the fastest one, so I, as your president, you had to go. Which Ida wants to not accept, but he realized that he's right. So he was about to go to the gate, but Kurogiri stopped by, then not to interfere. But when Bagago and Kamishima tried attack, Midori realized that he's he's protecting himself, which he tried to freeze, and that immobile Kurogiri, which he was confused of why he cannot move. So Kurogiri tried best to like try to move, but Midori like leap like dash forward and kind of punch the Kurogiri, which that makes him injured until he sees a metal arm on his neck. He thought maybe that's his weakness, so he forced on the metal and kind of easily tried to squeeze it, not killing him. That makes Kurogiri very painful. He was trying to try to get away, but he cannot. He's actually like stuck. He cannot even move. And so they try to rest, but Kurogiri was trying need to believe until Midoriya looks at where Asawa's tried to do his best, tried to like defeat the villain, but he knew that he's getting tired. He has no choice but to go forward. And soon he let Kurogiri makes him a teleport, told Shigaraki about one of his students left, and he almost slightly got hurt by a brat boy, which that makes Shigaraki pissed and bring the Nomu, which he did. Which Aizawa tried to focus, and so when the villains would try to attack, they immediately got force push all other way. Until he looks around and see no other than Midori himself. Midori, what are you doing? You need to get out, like stay in the class. I sense that you're getting like tired. And soon as I was trying desperate till I told him to leave, but it was kind of already too late. Nomu has approaching, which Midori like really catch Asawa away not to get injured and to see a monstrous look. They thought that it was just a villain, but how fast he was and strength he was. Shigaraki told them that he has shock absorption and regeneration quirk, which then Asawa knew that he's stronger without a quirk, which Midori has an idea. He has super regeneration. Look at the lightsaber that support or power loader created. If this thing could regenerate itself, could it regenerate while their cells burn? So he tried to upgrade. He asked the Nomu to like, hey, over here. Which that makes Asawa and Shigaraki and Kurogiri confused. So it doesn't matter. They ask him to kill the boy, which Nomu charged at Midoriya, but Midoriya, with his instinct, dodged Nomu's attack. And with his rapidly, he activated his laser sword and cut Nomu's arms, which they fall in the ground. Shigaraki laughed that he really thought that he has a super regeneration quirk. But a few moments later, Nomu also tried to like regenerate his arm, but realized that he cannot. That makes confused Shigaraki. You say he has regeneration quirk, right? What happens if he cannot regeneration while his cells is kind of burnt, not able to regeneration? And that makes Shigaraki shocked. What? And soon after again, Midori sensed this Nomu that he's not alive. He's just like an undead being controlled. Midori knew that he has a go up advantage. He leaps forward and cut Nomu's head, not able to move. That makes Shigaraki and Kurogiri shocked. of how strong this boy, even with his silly lightsaber, his laser sword that he has, Shigaraki scratching his neck rapidly and charged him that he was cheating, in which that makes Shigaraki not moving. He cannot move. It's over now. Surrender or not. And soon, when after Kogan was trying to like help Shigaraki, but the store reopened, and that just kind of distracted Midoriya rapidly, and Koguri eventually got Shigaraki and kind of retreat. And All Might came by to see what saw the commotion and sees Asawa and Midoriya were in a fountain right nearby the body of Nanomu. All Might thought that what's going on. The Midoriya told him about everything that happened. And soon they kind of break for a school of how the invasion happened. And I'm gonna stop here right here. How would Midoriya focus of his one for all? Will he fully control it? How far will he get fully potential? Well, if you want to know, just like and subscribe. Making another What If Midoriya Was Reincarnated of Anakin Skywalker. So, may the Force be with you.